All right, I guess it is time to do something here. And that something is probably honestly mix paint, because I am woefully underprepared, and that is not exactly the best of all pictures. Let me see if I can move things around a little bit. That's a little bit better. Oh, that might be better. Okay. Anyway, I'm painting tonight. I have two pieces to work on. One is a Pokemon. One is a instrument that I don't even know how to pronounce, but it is what it is. And I think we're going to work on the Pokemon first, I think. Hello Rose, we're painting tonight. Yay, painting. And I think I'm going to work on my Pokemon for the first one, which I am doing for my youngest son. Hello, Lori. We're painting again because painting is fun. Painting is something that brings me great happiness. And I just realized I have not turned on the background music. So I'm going to flip on the background music. Let me know if it's too loud, because I can always adjust it. But you know me, I can't paint in silence. I would go absolutely insane. So yeah, evidently, and this is a Pokemon I don't know because I don't have Arceus. This is the Hisuian. Good, I can pronounce things really well. Gudra, which I guess is my youngest son's favorite Pokemon. And its colors are not the most fortunate, but that's okay. It's pinks and purples. Which pinks and purples there's nothing wrong with. I just always like something even more flashy. So we're going to mix up some colors. Because colors. So like I said, if the music is too loud or not loud enough, let me know. It gives you guys something to listen to. Hopefully not fall asleep to, but, at least kind of listen to. Alright, we got pink, we got purple, and we're going to add a little bit because it looks like it's a lighter pink. And also because I really love these metallics that I got. They show up so good. Hey, Becky! I'm painting a Pokemon. Because Pokemon. Darn it. We like our Pokemon here. Where is the white? There's the white. But like I said, first we have to mix colors. So it's like science or something. A tiny bit too loud? I can fix that. I will take it down a bit. Is that better? Let me know. If it's not better, I can take it down a little bit more. I'm one of those people that I just don't do well in absolute silence. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Pokemon. I happen to have played almost all of the Pokemon games, but I just haven't played the newer ones, mostly because I liked the design of the 3DS so much better than I like the design of the Switch. It's not a comfortable thing for my hands to hold for whatever reason. It's a cool piece of equipment. My son has one. It's just not my favorite piece of equipment, so it is what it is. Alright. Now we have to put this in to keep this from soaking through. Oh, Pikachu is so cute. I think as boring as it is, I think my favorite is Eevee. because Eevee can become so many things. And I kind of dig that. Alright, let me see. Is that going to work? I think that's going to work. So here we are with the Pokemon Arceus version of Goodra, who Gumi is adorable. I don't do well with silence. Even when I go to sleep, I have music on really low. I don't know if that's... It's not really a good or a bad thing, I guess. It's just a thing. I just don't do really well with masses of silence. Also, I just realized that I need to very lightly sketch. I forgot to put that last line in. It just goes right about there. Yeah, it looks like it just kind of goes right in there. So I know where the tummy line is. But yeah, oh, train sounds? That's an interesting... I could see that. I would say this purple might be too dark, but I think it'll be alright. Like I said, I don't hate silence, and I've gotten to the point, I used to play music even when I went out for walks in the woods, but I've been having a much nicer time just listening to the music of said woods. So I feel like that's a little bit of maturity, maybe. Or I don't know if it would be maturity necessarily. I've just... Used to be I had to have music going 24/7. Difference is important. And silence has its place. For sure. So I don't know if you saw it, but I did a build in The Sims and I posted it today. That's kind of hilarious. If you've ever been a World of Warcraft player, then you probably know all about the Goldshire Inn. I think on every server, it's just one of those places that people congregate. And so I built it, but I built it in The Sims. And it was a lot of fun to build. I might do more Sims build videos. It's kind of fun. And it's a challenge to try to build something from a different video game, because you know you're never going to actually get it right, or at least not as right as it is in the game. But it's so much fun trying to build within the limitations of the Sims build kit. It was fun. Like I said, might do more, just because why not? I don't think that the build would be usable, because it's literally a recreation of a pub, basically. And in the World of Warcraft universe, they don't even have indoor plumbing, but you know. So as a Sims build, I think it would have to have like a bathroom to be an official, usable Sims build. But it was still fun. And like I said, maybe I'll do more, because it was enjoyable to do. So in case you're wondering why I haven't been sketching the patterns on these beforehand, it's mostly because it's so hard for you guys to see what I'm doing when I'm just kind of sketching on these. So I'm like, if I just get the sketch transferred to the canvas before we start, then you guys aren't stuck just staring at blank canvas for however long it takes me to get the sketch done. So how's everybody's week been? I harvested broccoli this week and promptly ate it. And today I harvested my lunch. I harvested, I like building more than playing too. I don't usually build houses that I want to live in necessarily, but I build houses that I find interesting. But yeah, today I harvested a salad from my garden, and it was delicious. I mean, I didn't get all of the elements because my darn spinach bolted, so I had to settle for store-bought spinach. But I did harvest lettuce, and it was delightful. And it was a very nice salad. That's good, Rose. You know, I feel for you. I cannot say that I have the same complaint this week. In fact, I actually turned my electric blanket on last night. But that's actually normal for here. The hot weather that we were having was very, 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 very abnormal. So for us to be getting back to what I consider normal temperatures is making me very happy. It also makes me feel a little bit stupid because I bought a floaty. Oh, you know, that's all you can do, Lori, is just keep pushing. But I bought a, pool floaty so I could just float around in the lake. And then our weather turned back to what it's supposed to be, and I don't really want to jump in the lake right now. Although the lake itself is probably nice and warm after all the hot weather that we had. I felt so bad. One of my YouTube friends, the channel Smokey Steve and Mark, it was Steve's birthday last week, so I went to his birthday live stream right before I did the Sims live stream, and everything seemed to be going really good, but then the next day he ended up in the hospital. So he got out, I think, yesterday, so that's good, but it just shows how fast things changed. Oh, I'm sorry, Becky. Oh, that's hard. Losing a pet is so hard. Everybody gives some love to Becky. That makes for a hard day. I always, you love having a pet, but knowing how short their lives are makes it rough. Poor baby. Was he old? Or, I mean, I'm sure he wasn't old, but had you had him for... What do they call guinea pigs when they're babies? Are they guinea piglets? My ignorance is showing. Oh, poor thing. I know you'd had him at least as long as you've been coming to my chats. I had a friend when I was in elementary school whose family had, I think, 6 guinea pigs. Oh, wow. So she definitely outlasted the masses. Oh, I'm so sorry, Becky. That's a rough one. What was her name? Oh, squeakers. Oh, that's so cute. I've heard that they're very, very talkative pets. They are very cute. All right, the purple is done. On to the pink. The babies are called pups. Okay, I guess that's better than piglets, but also piglets would be a very cute name for something other than a pig. Oh, I got all quiet again. Sorry about that. Every time I get busy painting, I forget that I'm supposed to keep talking. I think that's the hardest part. You just said baby piggy. That tracks. That works. Or baby Cavi. So when I went to Walmart the last time and picked up yet more of these paintable tote bags, I ended up, they didn't have all just white ones. Cavi is easier. Yeah, that's true. Good point. So I've been experimenting with the other colors. This is my last actual just white one. But I've been experimenting. The only problem with the darker colors is it's harder to use dark colors on a dark colored bag. Not impossible, but it's much harder. Oh, sneet. Okay, that's adorable, Lori. I've never had a guinea pig, but I did have a very cute ferret. And his name was Pokey. And he was very cute and very silly, and his very favorite thing to do was to find car keys and hide them. He was a cutie. I miss Pokey. He was also a bit of a little goober. I'm trying so hard to remember that I'm left-handed as I paint this and not drag my hand back through anything that's wet. Which is sometimes a very tall order for me. Oh, butterscotch. In case you haven't been watching my Story of Seasons playthrough, I have a great love for naming animals' food names, at least in that game. Oh my gosh, that's so cute, Lori. I would love to see somebody walking a guinea pig on a leash. That just sounds incredibly cute. I've had some wonderful, wonderful pets in my day. And you miss them all. But at least we have the memories. Usually a blessing. What kind of pets do you have, Rose? I think you might have said you had a cat, but I don't remember. Mostly because my memory is terrible. And I almost just splatted this everywhere. I've almost all of my life been more of a cat person than a dog person. Dogs are great, but I've usually just always been a cat person. I feel like everybody is one or the other, at least a little bit more, or one more than the other. And for me, it's always been kitty cats. Cats and dogs? Yeah. I mean, That's like I had a German Shepherd, and he was great, but big dogs just don't live as long as cats and small dogs, and I missed him. My brother has, I think, ball pythons. My brother loves his snakes. They're cool, but I prefer something with fur, because I like to pet things. And up until I moved up here, I really thought that birds hated me. And then I discovered that chickadees at least like me. Actually, the whole, since I've moved here and started making friends with all of the wildlife, that's been so much fun. There is nothing better than porch pets. I get so much joy out of them. Yeah, I feel like that could be an issue with big snakes like that. That eventually they just get to the point where they intimidate your guests a bit too much to have them around. Are they more work than a cat, Becky? I wouldn't have thought that. Is it just because they're more delicate? Or is it just because of, like, cage upkeep and stuff like that? I have heard that they are very social. Actually spread the way I want it to without overspreading. I feel like that's the key. I often wonder, although I've heard that ferrets are not as social as like guinea pigs and prairie dogs and things like that, but we only had the one ferret. And he seemed to do okay. He actually got along with our cats pretty well. Yours whistled a lot. Oh, that's so cute. They sound really, really cute. I also had fish tanks for a while when I lived in Texas. I got really into the whole fish tank thing for a while. So they're like having a toddler that's into vegetables instead of a toddler that's into like chips. Gotcha. They sound cute. Yeah, that would be a problem. Finding a vet that would take on a ferret was a bit of a hard job. Especially when we had Pokey, because that was the late 90s, early 2000s. They weren't like really super common. Oh, I did really well with my fish tanks. I had a Pelco or Pleco, the sucker fish. And he got so big, I actually had to donate him to the zoo because he was outgrowing my 100-gallon tank. So I must have been doing something right because he got to be a very, very big boy. I named him Hoover because he was the vacuum cleaner of the fish tank. I thought it was a clever name. Whether it really was a clever name or not, I don't know. But it fit him well. Alright, well, a good chunk of the base color is done, so that's exciting. The tail's going to be more interesting. Oh my gosh, your sister's dog is named Dyson? That's actually beautiful. I think I love that. I wouldn't, think of naming a dog after a vacuum, but I could see it. Especially if he eats like a vacuum. Everything gravity free. Yeah. What kind of a dog is he, Lori? Or is he just your generic mutt type? Which are some of my favorite types, honestly. I'm having so much fun with the fabric paints. I had a lot of fun with the fabric markers, but with the fabric paints, I can actually blend and make, my own colors. So I think that's why I'm having so much more fun with these. This whole being able to mix my own colors is great. Oh, a very fancy mutt. I've heard that the doodles are actually pretty nice. Like I said, I like dogs, but I tend to like them from a distance. And I know they say don't trust somebody if dogs don't like them, but I swear I like dogs. I've just been bitten by a couple dogs, and so now I just don't trust them anymore. I do okay once I meet one if I know that it's not going to bite me, but they can tell I'm afraid of them, and I think that makes them very overexcited. But yeah, I have 3 scars from 3 different dog attacks, so I always just say that they think I'm a cat. And that's just, that is my excuse. They think I'm a cat, and they kind of intimidate me just enough to intimidate me. Which is sad because I really do love them. Dogs are wonderful. And ironically, I actually get along better with big dogs than I do with little dogs. You would think big dogs would scare me more, but little dogs are so much more intimidating. It's kind of funny though. I'll go outside and sit outside with Tripod and the babies like half the night. But get a dog near me and let it start barking, and you're gonna see me turn into a giant chicken and leave the area quickly. I guess we all have our phobias. Becky, is your 8-year-old friend still staying with you? This little antenna just light enough to stand out and just dark enough to be distinct. Oh. I was gonna say he could let me know when I'm messing up on the Pokemon if he is a Pokemaniac. Of course, if I do think I'm messing up, I'm just going to chalk it up to artistic interpretation and keep rolling with it. That's a good excuse, right? Just be like, it's not a screw up, it's artistic. Gotta catch them all. Also, I might have to go out and feed Tripod because I think she's at the window. I just saw somebody sniffing. Ooh, ham sandwich. That sounds good, Lori. I will be here doing the painting thing when you get back. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Tripod's babies are utterly ridiculous. Last night, one of them was having so much fun in the big water bowl outside. Look, Becky, ramen is pretty much the cheap, unhealthy kind is the only kind of ramen I eat because it's easy to buy and it stores forever. So that's kind of my, I don't really feel like cooking, but I am not driving 40 miles to town food. And there is nothing wrong with that. And you can always dress up even the cheap, unhealthy ramen by just, you know, tossing in a little bit of meat or vegetables to it. And then it suddenly is still cheap and unhealthy, but maybe a little bit less? Question mark? like that. That works. Now we just got to get these antenna E-bits done. But before I do that, I am going to aim the camera, and hopefully you will see tripod when I go out and feed her. So let me just, helps if I actually crank that the right way. And look, it's my paintbrushes. Yay. Alright, let's see if this works. I will be right back. I have to give tripod something to eat. She was just right at the window. Oops. There we go. Hey, you know what, Becky? That works too. I have no issue with just ramen. I eat it a couple times a month, fortunately or unfortunately. Alright, let's see if tripod wants something to eat. Maybe she'll show up. She was just sniffing at the window, so we shall see. Alright, now can I get back into this position and not make everything shake? It's always exciting trying to get me into my little area here. Sorry about the camera shakes, everybody. And of course she's not here, but I'll flip the camera back up if she pops back in. At least now she has something delicious to eat. Or at least that is the goal. Why do I feel like that got smaller? Huh. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Alright, back to it. Gotta do some tenderly bits now. There we go. Sorry about that if I gave anybody seasickness. You know, being left-handed is silly, especially because I always forget that I'm left-handed, even when I say I'm not going to forget that I'm left-handed. If tripod pops up, I'll probably flip the camera for you guys. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Lori, that... I do remember that from my days of owning dogs. They always want some. Every once in a while, the cats will do that to me. They'll be like, that food smells so much better than what you've given us. Can we have some, Mother? And I'm like, but people food is bad for you. I don't think that they really care, though. In general, they're just kind of like, yeah, but it smells good and we want it. Because animals are silly. There we go. That's the pink I want. Yeah, they do not care. I do remember dogs were always at least a little bit worse than cats for begging for food. But I think that depends on the cat, too. Because I have had some cats that definitely think that all people food is actually cat food. And for whatever reason, whenever I'm chopping anything on the cutting board, Parky shows up because he, for some reason, thinks that the cutting board means food for him. Haven't quite figured that one out yet. It could just be he's a weirdo. That's probably it. But he 100% thinks that if I'm cutting something on the cutting board, that's probably something that he should be eating. So he'll come and he'll watch me. Either that or he doesn't trust me with a knife. It's one of those two. The dog stole your watermelon? Okay, I had a cat, and he was a wonderful cat, but for some reason, even though I tried to explain to him that cats are obligate carnivores, that cat always stole my strawberries. Oh, jeez. Okay, Rose, that's pretty good. I mean, don't let the cat attack you, but that's still kind of funny. But yeah, my cat Cinder, I don't know what his obsession was with strawberries, but I could not leave a bowl of strawberries anywhere near him, or his face would be in them. No matter how many times I explained to the cat that he was supposed to be a carnivorous creature, he still wanted my berries. Because cats are just silly. I think that the can opener thing is just hardwired into cat DNA. I'm starting to think that's actually what it is. Because I've had cats that are the same way. I don't think they ever got to eat something that was from a can. And they still, 100%, you had that can opener going and they were just right there. Speaking of cats, I see Jezebel. She is patrolling the living room. She was so funny. We had the early raccoons, not Tripod, but the other moms that showed up when it was still daylight. And Jezebel was sitting in the window on the little cat tree. And I guess she's never seen the raccoons before because she was deeply offended by them, and every time they came up to the window, she hissed at them. Which it was kind of funny because she was 100% intimidating them. Cat Tax, I will get a kitty in just a second. Let me see if I can convince Jezebel. Hang on. Let me finish up this tendril really quick, and then I will go get a kitty for the cat tax. I'm hoping that Tripod or the babies will show up so I can give you guys a raccoon tax as well. Just need to finish this last little bit here. And then I will get us a kitty cat. Let me go get a kitty. Oh. Hopefully I won't bump anything too badly when going to find a kitty cat. Yep. Yay. Okay. Got that far. Jezebel, your public awaits. Where did you go, Jezebel? Jezebel? Our kitties. I need a kitty. Still looking for a kitty. I swear I just saw a cat, and now I can't find either of them. Chit. Where did they go? Maybe I hallucinated the cat. No, I didn't hallucinate the cat. They're just hiding from me. Huh. I'm gonna have to defer the cat tax because the cats have all hidden. I guess the cats are believing that they're tax-free because, yeah. I just saw Jezebel and now I cannot find her. And I also can't find Parky, which makes me think that they are either in the basement or they went upstairs. Hopefully Parky didn't go upstairs because Parky and my son's cat Zia do not get along with each other. So if we hear hissing, we'll know what's up. All right, well, I guess it's time to do the snail shell on Gudra's tail. And then we'll work on the little slimy bits and jewelry parts. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it's turning out all right. You know, I think Jezebel did that on purpose. She heard that she was going to be on camera and was like, nah, it is not time for my close-up. So, Gudra's shell is sort of an orange, sort of a rust. It's a very interesting color that hopefully I can do something kind of close to. We'll see. Well, we'll see what color this mixes up to. It'll be something. I think it'll work. Poor Gudra did not get the best color scheme of all the Pokemon. I'm just hoping that the boys actually like their bags. They both wanted Pokemon, so that is what I am doing. And if they don't, we're going to go with it's the thought that counts, right? Right. You know, if this stream we don't get at least a couple animals, I'm going to be very sad. I feel like most of the streams, all of the wildlife makes an appearance, and so far this time, nobody's really showing up. I'm a little bit sad. Just goes to show, never work with children and animals. They never take their cues. Oh! I will cross my fingers for you, Rose. We actually had rain this week, and I was so happy to see it. You know, Lori, I have definitely been there. I worked for Walmart for a very long time, which will give anybody a case of I don't want to go to works. And then after I worked for Walmart, I worked in a semi-large bakery as a baker, which sounds like such an awesome job, and it really was, but it was also so much more work than you would think it would be. Like, anytime you have to make a couple hundred loaves of bread a day, it's and we made all of our stuff from scratch, so it was good bread, though. The words mental health day, you know. I wish that we, in the U.S., got more of those. Oh, hey, it's a tripod. Hang on, we might have some wildlife. Let me uncrank that. There she is! It's Tripod! Everybody say hi to Tripod. We didn't get a cat tax, but we have a raccoon tax. Hi, baby. Tripod's like, yeah, I don't care, I just want the food. Tripod, what you doing? She's like, I am eating. That is all I am doing. I am being a very cute raccoon. Most people are great. And the ones that aren't ruin it for the rest of us. Alright, well, I have now paid the raccoon tax. I would say we could see the babies as well, but they are a little bit further than the camera will be able to pick up. But there they are, it's the babies and Tripod. If she sticks around, I might swing the camera back up again. Back down. And And there we go. Raccoons are so cute. I like my dumb raccoon friends. Oh, I think I forgot to finish my story. The babies were playing in the water bowl last night. And they were having so much fun in the water bowl. I think one of them was completely sitting in it. Like, just like, yep, this is now my bathtub. They're so bad about it. That's a, I think, 2-gallon water dish. And I have to, well, I would have to empty it no matter what, because they're messy little buggers. But I have to, they pretty much empty the water bucket every single night playing in it. Because babies are ridiculous. They're cute and they're fun, but they're utterly ridiculous. Although it's not just the babies. One of the older raccoons was here this afternoon, and every time she went to get a drink out of the water bowl, she had to insert both of her front legs all the way up to the shoulder. I was like, I don't think that that's how you're supposed to get a drink, my dear. Not that she really cared. She was like, yeah, this is how you get a drink, darn it. Why? Because I say it is. All right, Rose, we'll be here. It's so funny. If I don't have food out there for Tripod, she will literally come right up to the window screen and growl and whine until I come out and feed her now. She's taking the idea of being a porch pet a bit literally at this point. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Tripod. Every time I say her name, she actually looks, so I guess she's figured out that the human sounds of Tripod are what we call her. I can't say she comes to her name, but she definitely seems to know what I've named her. I hope my son doesn't mind how much darker this ended up being than what I thought it was going to be. A little darker than the actual Pokemon, but oh well. We're rolling with it. Tripod does mean I have food. I think that is definitely at least gotten into her brain, that the sound Tripod means food is coming. I keep waiting for more babies to show up because most of the other adult raccoons that come around are also females, and I can tell that they are also nursing. But the only babies I've seen so far are Tripods. Although, I don't know. Tripod and her kids already kind of eat me out of house and home. If everybody else brings 5 or 6 babies, I'm gonna be up the creek for my dog food bill. Because that's what I've been giving them, is dog food. Because it's cheaper than giving them all sunflower seeds, that's for sure. But they're so cute. I can't not. And they're so darn entertaining. don't know what I'm going to do for a background for this one. I'll figure it out eventually, though. I've definitely learned that you have to have multiple paintbrushes. Thank you, Lori. I think this is the shiny version of the Pokemon, which a lot of times the shinies are opposite colors of what the normal Pokemon are, but this one, the shiny seems to just be a bit more of an intense base color, which is fine. I'm also really digging this, like, World of Warcraft tavern music. It's kind of making me want to, like, do a jig or something. I'm digging it, mostly. You know, it's so funny. Half the time, I don't know that Tripod and the babies are here until I start hearing thumping from the deck. And I'm like, either we have a bear or Tripod's here. So far, it's always just been Tripod. I'm still waiting. One of these days, I'm going to actually get to see a bear out in the wild. Still hasn't happened yet. 50-some years of coming to the Upper Peninsula, and now living in the Upper Peninsula, and I still have yet to see a bear in the wild. One of these days. Now, I'm not saying I want to see a bear up close. I just want to see one. Oh, Daffy Duck! I don't know that I've ever drawn Daffy, but I have drawn Donald. Oh, speaking of Friday when we do our Disney Dreamlight Valley stream, if you come, things have changed in the valley. I've been playing it a lot. I know at first I said I wasn't going to play it off stream, but then I found out it's kind of like Animal Crossing, and you really have to log in every day or your village will never progress. So I've been playing, but I have actually been saving a couple of quests just to do on stream. Like, I have the ability to go and get the Little Mermaid, but I haven't. Let me be right back, because something just fell and I don't know what, so I will be right back. What on earth was that? Other than noisy. that was all me badly stacking things. Yeah, it is real time, Lori. And it's a lot of fun. It's probably far too addictive. But a lot of fun. So yes, the noise I heard was just, oh, no, Yeti, it's not ghost throwing stuff. It was just, I stacked something badly in the hall closet. And I just paid the price for my bad stacking by having it fall and startled me and the raccoons. Because they all heard it too and took off. There we go. I feel like I've gotten up a lot during this stream. You know, I freely admit to being a mediocre at best housekeeper, so sometimes my stacking jobs, they fail. They definitely fail. It's okay though. It was nothing that was going to break. It just sounded like it. Also, good to see you, Yeti. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. We are painting a Pokemon, and then we're going to move on, and I have one more design to do while this one dries. And if anybody's interested, it looks like... Oh, that's not Tripod. That's the little male. Hang on, let me see if I can... Oh, no, it is Tripod, and she wants more food. I cannot believe she ate all that food already. She's going to have to wait a minute, because I want to finish this up before I go and give her more food. That's the problem with having animal friends. They think that you have unlimited food. Oh, thank you! It is always good to see anybody that decides to pop in. I appreciate it. Now, this is not going to be one that when I hit my subscriber goal is going to be up for winning. This is actually going to my son. But, you know, I'm having so much fun doing it, and I really like just doing art with you guys. Oh, when I went to Walmart the last time and was in the little arts and crafts section, I found out that there's not just tote bags over there. I could make painted aprons. I could do, like, they have so much stuff. I was kind of impressed. No, I still need the little one. So basically what I'm saying is, as time goes on and I do more giveaways, it could be more stuff than just tote bags and t-shirts. Because I'm having a lot of fun doing this. And yay. Alright. I'm going to go put some more food out for the silly raccoons. Oh my gosh. You know, it is 59.7 degrees Fahrenheit outside here, and I'm absolutely loving it. Hey, Jude! I just realized that I've been calling you June this whole time, and your name is Jude. I feel dumb, but now I have the song Hey Jude stuck in my head, so there's that. Alright, I'm going to go put out some more food for the raccoons. I will be right back again, so give me just 1 second while we just leave Gudra here, and I'll be right back. 78 is a little bit warmer than I would want it to be in the evening. Like 78 during the day is pretty good, but 78 at night might be a little bit excessive. Oh, also, I will put this up just in case any raccoons come along. There we go. We'll focus that out there just in case any of our raccoon friends pop in. If the cats won't cooperate, we'll see about getting the raccoon tax going. Hey, no fighting. Tripod is so cute. She's a very good mommy. Alright. Yay! Back from feeding the tripod, who is very happy and whose one baby that was out there was trying to trip and fall. It was kind of hilarious. Alright, I gotta mix up the greeny yellow bits for the eyes and the slimy parts, and then we will finish this up. At least this design, and then move on to the other one. Also, Tripod is adorable. Alright, back to art. Yay, back to art. There we go. We love Tripod. Tripod is she's my girl. It's amazing how honestly much she probably likes us too much at this point. Like, I love it, but this morning my son said she was right at the door, like she was gonna come in. And I'm like, Tripod, I love you, but you cannot come inside. You are not an inside raccoon. She has definitely learned where the food comes from, though. That is for sure. Which is very cute, but it does mean I have to make sure that the windows are well closed before I go to bed. Otherwise, I could end up with like 6 raccoons romping around my living room when I wake up, which I think would be bad. If for no other reason than they would make one heck of a mess. And the cats would probably object. Need a little bit of white in this. I'm such a whiny baby. I like it about between 68 and 73. If you get me much above 75, I'm going to complain that I'm hot. And if you get me much below 65, I'm going to complain that I am, like, cold. No, indoor raccoons would be bad because they would make a giant mess. I think that'll, maybe a little bit more yellow. We're going to put a little bit of yellow in that spot, just for the endy bits. And then I'm going to mix it with this brush because I want just a little bit of the green in there. There we go. Now we got endy bits and we got othery bits. Yay! But yeah, I am fully aware that I am a whiny baby when it comes to temperatures, and I probably complain far too much about said temperatures all the time. Because I'm either too... 38 might be your limit. I don't sleep well when it's freezing. I actually turned on... I turned on my electric blanket last night because I can't sleep when I'm cold. I know a lot of people are like, I can't sleep when I'm hot, and I'm like, I can't sleep when I'm cold. Which kind of sucks every time a hot flash hits, but you know, you just deal with it. Jay! Welcome! I hope you're doing well. I am almost done with this Pokemon, and then we will be moving on to design number 2. I wish this brush was a little bit stiffer. Oh, you've been here. You just haven't been babbling. Well, good to have you. Say hello. Lurking is fine, though. There we go. But yes, I did indeed turn on my electric blanket last night. At least for half the night. Ooh, I should have waited until that was a little bit drier. That's okay. Oh, there's a baby. Let's see if I can get the baby on camera, because there is a baby. And he is, or she. You can kind of see the baby. It's right there by tripod. It's a baby. We love babies. We'll see if the baby sticks around a little bit. Will I paint another one of these? Oh, look at your baby's face. Tripod, you're cute too. It's just babies are adorable. We all love babies. Yeti, I don't know if you saw the video I put out Sunday, but I got almost just 8 minutes of raccoons. And at the very end was some footage that my son got of 2 of the babies just curled up together on a stump sleeping. It was so cute. Like, they're so cute. Alright, and tripod is left. I don't know if the baby's gonna leave as well. Nope, the baby's like, I'm gonna come a little bit closer. But also be kind of hard to see. Oh, babies are so cute. Oh, it made me smile because raccoons are cute. I went out one night last week and I just had I had my video camera, and I set the video camera on the porch, and then I sat down behind it and just let it film while the babies were roaming around on the porch and eating some dog food. And then every once in a while they would notice that I was there and couldn't decide if they wanted to be scared or if they were okay with me being there. It was very cute. Like, just 100% very, very cute. Because baby animals are adorable. I've ended up with a lot of different tripod videos. Oh, hi, baby. He was sticking his tongue out. Okay, that's very cute. Mostly because they're here and I have the camera, and they've got so much personality that they're just very easy to film. And we love our babies. I guess I should turn the camera back down to what I'm doing, considering I haven't stopped. Alright. Back down to art. Back down to art. There we go. Yay. Back to Gudra. I'm just doing the slime that Gudra drools everywhere now. Poor Gudra. Although, I think Goomy, which is one of Gudra's evolutions, might be in my top 10 favorites of Pokemon because it's very, very cute. And you're back. That works. Hey, food is food. We like food. Also, I think I'm going to actually have to change the music because I think my music just stopped. That's never fun. Alright, good night, Lori. I will see you Friday. We will be doing Dreamlight Valley, and I think the goal is to work on the Little Mermaid quests and see about adding maybe Ariel and Prince Eric to the valley. That should be fun. Oh, wow. Baby bunnies everywhere. Oh. Yeah, I feel like I have probably contributed to a population explosion of raccoons and squirrels and chipmunks in our area, which is probably why the mink and the pine marten showed up, because there is an abundance of things for them to eat. Which, I know that is the circle of life. As long as nobody eats one of my friends in front of me, it'll be okay. Oh my gosh. That's going to be a lot, Becky. Also, I think the cats just got into a fight upstairs because I just heard a lot of thumping from up above my head. Parky, you were upstairs. Hang on, everybody. I will get you. Yeti, there is a short on my channel of the mink that showed up on my porch. It was so cute. I think that's the best part about living up here is just all of the dumb animals that show up. All right, I am going to get the bad cat, and I am going to put him up for a cat tax because he's a bad kitty who should not have been upstairs. I'm going to put him right there, and then I'm going to turn the camera on him so that we actually get a kitty tax. Yeah, the mink was so cool. And the pine marten was more recent. I think the mink was in April. I'm going to say possibly the mink was in April. All right, Parky, tell everybody hello and tell everybody that you're a bad kitty. Yeah, you're a bad cat, aren't you? Stop. He's like, and that's it. Well, I guess that was the cat tax. Parky was a bad kitty. But at least he showed up. Alright, you know what, we're just gonna roll with the Dragonflight music. That works. Parky was like, nope. Oh, but the baby raccoon is back. Hi, baby. Okay, all of this wildlife is very distracting. In a good way. But so very distracting. I do love living here. Even when I complain about it. Which I know I do probably far too often. I need to stop whining. Because I am so lucky to live here. I get to see minks and pine martens and all of those other exciting things, and I just realized that this paw is supposed to have at least some pink on it. I guess I am, you know? They all know that they can come to me and that I'm going to love on them. It's just kind of definitely what it is. We love our critters here. A lot. I almost forgot that this was Gudra's other hand back here. Thankfully, I still had the color, so that works. Actually, it works really well because it'll just kind of look like the color of the slime is just kind of blending into the color of the hand. There we go. Poor old Gudra with all of its slime. So I think I know where Jezebel is too. If Parky was upstairs bothering Zia, then Jezebel was probably also upstairs with Zia. Oh, pine martens are so cute, Yeti. They're very, very shy, and I'm not 100% sure that what we had was a pine marten. It could have just been a weasel. But my neighbor's pretty darn sure that it's a pine marten, and I defer to her judgment because she has been living up here for a very long time. But it was the cutest thing I think I've seen in my life. Like, the mink was very cute, but the pine marten upped the ante on the cuteness factor by about 500. Just so incredibly cute. I don't know. I get to see some really cool animals. When my company was here last month, we were just out at Lake Michigan, and there was just a random beaver in Lake Michigan, just swimming around, having a grand old time. Don't know why the beaver decided that Lake Michigan was where it was going to hang out, but it did, and that was very cool. Especially because that was the first time I had ever seen a beaver in the wild, which made that even more kind of special. I was like, that's just the coolest thing ever. brighter. You know, I'm gonna have to get Mark and Steve to tell me how they manage to remember to talk while they're streaming if they're doing something. I think that is one of the hardest things that I still don't have a hold of, is remembering that just because I'm doing something a little bit detailed, I can't stop talking. Or I probably shouldn't stop talking. You know, like right now, when I just shut up because I'm trying to do an eye. But I don't want to mess it up. The eyes are always so important. Yay! Oh, Gudra's cute. Okay, I am at least mostly happy with the Gudra. Huzzah! Let's see if I can get it so that the whole thing can be seen. I kind of dig it. Yep, I will be happy. Alright, now on to design number 2. Well, Gudra here gets a little bit of drawing done. That down there. And put Gudra over there so he can dry. So this one's going to be a little bit different. It is for another friend of mine. Oh, good night, Yeti. Sleep well. Have a fantastic night's sleep. Alright, this one's going to be fun, but I think a little bit harder. Mostly because I've never done musical instruments before. But that's okay. I have faith in me. I can do this. At least I'm going to keep telling myself that. Fake it till you make it. Or something like that. Alright, I need lots of colors. Also, I think I need to go wash off my palette because none of the colors I'm going to be using are anything like the color I just was using. So I will be right back. I am going to turn you guys into the care of our babysitter, who is this very cute raccoon. So there we go. We will get a baby raccoon to babysit you. Well, I go and wash off my palette so that I can actually mix up some new colors. I probably should buy a second palette so I don't have to go wash it off, but I don't think that far ahead. Nice and clean again. Parky, why are you freaking out? Oh, the babysitter left. Oh no, the babysitter didn't leave. Hello, babysitter. Now he left because I talked too loud. And Parky has the zoomies. Because of course he does. Alright, headphones back on so I can hear music. And baby seems to have disappeared. So that's okay, you guys can... Parky, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. So, somebody has the zoomies. So we'll let him babysit you. Parky's like, I'm done with the zoomies. Now I'm just gonna sit here and look regal. Alright. I'm going to start with the instruments that I don't know how to actually pronounce. So... Parky, what are you doing? Are you just being an absolute ridiculous creature? You are. Oh my gosh. Parky, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Because I am a cat, and cats are very silly. Oh, that's actually a... That is a color that will work, I think. Alright. Then we're gonna need the black. Working with some black. And a couple shades of gold. He might see a mosquito. And in that case, I wish he was a better hunter of mosquitoes. Because, let me tell you, he's not that good at it. He misses more than he gets. I mean, he tries. I'll give him that. He does try. But mosquitoes are a little bit on the small side. And he is just not that good at catching them. He is being quite entertaining, though. So, you know, we're gonna roll with Parky being cute kitty while I mix paint. Mixing paint, mixing paint. Look at me, I'm mixing paint. I really hope that this turns out. This is a departure for me, so we will just have to see how it goes. But you know what? Art is all about trying new things. At least that's what I've heard. That is cool. Yeah, I think we're just gonna roll with this. Parky, are you ready to not be on camera? He's like, I don't care if I'm on camera or not. Now I just need to actually see my OBS so I can see where I'm at here. Alright. Hey Eleanor! Good to see you. It is an instrument called a bouzouki. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you know what? We're just going to keep rolling with my pronunciation because I pronounce everything wrong, and that's fine. But it is an instrument called a bouzouki. So, there's that. And I have now heard one played thanks to YouTube. You see a jack-o'-lantern face. Well, not quite. You'll see when this is at least more sketched out. It's just kind of sketched very, very lightly on here. I'm hoping it turns out well. If it doesn't, I'm going to be very, very sad. The master at work. I don't know if I'd go that far. The making it up as she goes most of the time person at work. But you know what? Definitely. I learned from Bob Ross that there's no such thing as a failure, just a happy accident. So we're just gonna roll with the Bob Ross model of it's not a mistake, it's just a happy little accident. Even if there aren't any actual trees in this thing that I am doing right now. Also, the detail work on this one's gonna be, oh, you know, if you like his old stuff, the Bob Ross YouTube channel pretty much does Bob Ross live streams that are 24/7 on the weekends. So you can just tune in and watch old Bob Ross shows with lots of other people who enjoy Bob Ross. This is a blah 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 bouzouki. It is kind of an ancient instrument, a bit like a guitar or a lute. And I'm hoping that I do an okay job on it, although I make no guarantees. Alright. Yeah. Just go with that. This is one that's going to be really interesting. I might actually, to do the finishing work on it, have to get some real fine detail brushwork. But that's good. Like, I got this. I have some form of faith in myself. A very small form of faith in myself, but a little bit. Need a slightly larger brush. Larger, slightly, but still stiff. There we go. That's the one I need. Ooh, this brush is all virgin. I need this to be just dark enough, but not terribly dark, if that makes sense. Because eventually I'm going to have to do strings across the neck here. But it's also got to be dark enough to show the contrast in the wood. she says as she's just making stuff up as she goes. So I do know how I want the finished piece of this to look, and I think if I can pull it off, it'll be really cool. If I can't pull it off, well, it'll still be kitschy and fun, hopefully. This one's going to be interesting because it's on one of the not bright white canvas totes. It's sort of this taupe color, so that was why I kind of went with the design I'm going with. Hi, baby. There's a baby raccoon looking at me. Now, I need a stiffer brush for this than the one I'm using. Are you stiff? No. I need short and stiff. I have the brush I want. Now this one will work. Now I need to not touch the canvas with my very, very painted on hands. So, I don't know if anybody follows me on Instagram other than Becky, but I posted my amazing lunch that I picked for myself out of my very own garden. I was so absolutely thrilled with it. There's nothing better than being able to just go outside and pick your lunch. I mean, not the whole thing, obviously. I also had a baked potato, and my potatoes are not quite ready yet. Although they are flowering, which makes me thrilled beyond measure, because that means in a couple weeks I will be digging up potatoes, which is going to be so cool. There is literally nothing better than a fresh potato. And then sadly they will be gone because they don't keep in this house, because both me and my son are great fans of the potato. Hi, baby. Hopefully the baby won't, lick the screen, because his nose is right on it. Silly baby. Yeah, I'm actually for except for the spinach, I haven't really had too much that failed me this year. The spinach was an utter fail, though. I am so salty about that because I was looking forward to eating an entire salad from my garden. I am definitely a Sam Gamgee type girl. Oh, my tomato. I have one tomato that has started to form. Also, insanely, my apple tree is looking really good. So, I was really worried that our lack of rain was going to cause issues, but so far so good. Like, we didn't get the rain that we should have, but the apples and the blueberries and everything else is actually doing really well. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it continues to do well. Because, like, our apple tree is just getting finally to the age where it's giving more than 5 apples in a season. So I'm kind of looking forward to a decent yield on those. Oh, is that true, June? Or Jude? I didn't know that. Okay. Well, in that case, all of the crops should be doing really well. They're just, they're not crab apples, but they're not, I don't know what variety they are. There's some trees that my mom planted, uh, probably about 12 or 13 years ago. So yeah, they are just getting, the tree is getting just old enough to start actually giving us decent apples. Like last year we got enough for a pie and a little bit of eating apples, although they're not the best apples for eating. They're good, but they're not amazing. But they do make great desserts. I think last year we got enough for a pie, and I think I did one other dessert with them, like maybe a blueberry apple crumble. And this year I was so worried about the blueberries, but I was just out yesterday walking, and surprisingly, I think we're going to get a decent blueberry crop. I was out in the woods and I was looking, and it's going to be a late crop, but I think it's going to be better than I thought it was going to. So that's good. Um, the apples are, they remind me a little bit of a Brayburn in that they're sweet and tart, and they're both red and green when they're fully ripe. Unless you're asking about the blueberries, and the blueberries are also both sweet and tart because they are wild blueberries, which means very different from the store-bought kind, but so good. I love our blueberries. And this year, I picked a handful when I was out on the walk yesterday, and they were actually pretty good. I'm getting there. And hopefully this will start looking like an actual musical instrument and not just some weird broom. Which, glancing at the monitor, it kind of looks like just a really bizarre broom right now. I promise it's not. Whew. There we go. You know, one thing that our state is so famous for that I never make it to go and get is cherries. I was just on Twitter and they were talking about the cherry festival, and I'm like, I never make it to that. And sacrilegiously of me, I know, cherries really aren't my favorite of all fruits. Which is probably why I've never made it to the cherry festival. So this design is going to take me a bit longer than Gudra. There's a big cherry festival in Traverse City. So that's actually downstate. It's not up here. You just have to go up near the bridge. From what I understand, the big cherry festival in Traverse City is like huge. They even crown a cherry queen. Because, you know, of course they do. June, have you ever made it across the bridge? I can't remember if you said that you did or hadn't. And I keep calling you June even now. Good job, me. I'm just gonna have to start singing your name. I don't know that I've ever actually been to Traverse City. I've been to a lot of places, but there's a lot I haven't been to. Have you ever been to Holland? And not the country, the city in the Lower Peninsula? I love Holland. Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit less like I'm going a little bit crazy, because I'm like, weren't you June? Which is actually funny because that one is easy for me to remember because that's my middle name. So, fun fact about Christine, her middle name is the month of June. So there's your daily Christine fun fact. You know what you have downstate that we don't have up here that makes me jealous? 7-Eleven. I used to be so addicted to Coca-Cola 7-Eleven Slurpee that anytime I go across the bridge, I have to go someplace with a 7-Eleven and pray that their Slurpee machine is not broken because I just want one so bad. When I was growing up near Detroit, there was a 7-Eleven that was a mile away, and I used to walk a mile each way just to go get a stupid Slurpee. I might have had a problem. But they're so good. You know, though, the good thing about June becoming Jude is, like, literally now every time I forget, all I have to do is start singing. Just be like, hey, Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad... Oh, I can't sing. I'm gonna stop now. Alright. Basic shape done. Like I said, this is going to be one that takes me a little bit longer to do because it's going to have layers of design. But you know what? We're making a beginning. Tripod, did you eat it all? She's out there sniffing the screen again. I've only ever had just the one YouTube account. Also, I am being summoned. I'll be right back. Miss I Want More Food is out there sniffing the window screen, which means it's time for tripod time. Tripod. Hi, Tripod. Are you hungry? She's like, yes, I am. Will you bring me some more food, please? I should probably put out more food at a time, but it's so cute when they come up and want food. Hi, sweetie. Where are you going? I see you. I'll get you some more food. You know that noise, don't you? She's like, yes. Can you bring it to me? So many mosquitoes always get in. Oh, yes, I do. It's me opening doors. Oh, I look terrible. Oh, well. Oh, that is Tripod Fire Draken Girl, and she is very, very cute. Her name is Tripod because she only has 3 legs. She has 5 babies who have made several different appearances already tonight. She is a very healthy girl. She wasn't when she first showed up. When she first showed up, she was kind of skinny and kind of raggedy, probably because she was trying to nurse those 5 babies. But she has gotten much, much healthier. And the babies are all very fat and very healthy and very cute. Alright. Back to the bouzouki. There we go. Off we go. Into the wild blue yonder. So that is one. I think I'm going to work on musical notes next, because they seem like a good thing to work on. I really do need stiffer brushes. Also, hello, Fire Draken Girl. Welcome to me attempting something I've never tried before, which is painting a musical instrument. Tripod is... she's such a sweetie. As long as she doesn't come into the house. Which she keeps... not trying to, but she definitely knows where the food is kept. And ever since we had a squirrel chew through a screen and come in, I've been a little more cautious about not leaving the windows on the front deck portion of the house open. I'm like, you know, I like my porch pets, but I do want them to stay on the porch. You know, land, it's gone up recently up here. It kind of depends on where you want to be. The thing you really need to make sure about is that you have a car that is good enough for winter driving. I mean, they're much better about plowing than they used to be. But you want to make sure you have a car that is good for winter driving, and then you also want to make sure that wherever you get, you have room for a pantry, and I would be lost without the deep freeze. Like, my deep freeze is kind of a lifesaver. I mean, and granted, if you're living more in a city, it's not going to be as big of an issue up here. Like, and there are cities. I know that our version of city is not what everybody else thinks of as a city, but it's still a city. But yeah, like, you have to keep in mind how isolated you want to be, and things like that. Because, like, for me, it is almost 40 miles to the closest actual grocery store. It's about 50 miles to the closest Walmart. So you just have to plan things a little bit more. Like, tomorrow, I'm going to make a run into the closer grocery store, not Walmart, but the closer grocery store, and do a supply run. I just always make sure, even in the summer, I don't run to town often because it's far. And I don't love driving. Alright, Eleanor, sleep well. This one's gonna take me a while, so it's definitely not gonna be done tonight. Thank you for coming. I'm probably gonna be getting off here in probably about 15 minutes. Mostly because I still have to make a reading video tonight because I am a very bad human who did not get it done today. And considering it's for tomorrow, I probably definitely need to do that still. It's okay. Once I get the reading done, it can upload while I sleep, which is good. Sleep well, Eleanor. So I guess anybody that actually knows music might be able to read whatever notes these are. I don't read music, so I have no idea what these are. I just got them off of Google. I could not tell you in the slightest. That is a deep failing of mine that I never learned to read music or really play an instrument. I'm still kind of sad about that. And yes, I know I probably could attempt to learn an instrument now. But I don't know. I keep busy enough trying to figure out this whole drawing and painting thing. Yes, fancy black symbols. That's exactly what they are. And that's basically what I've always just called them. They're just the fancy black symbols. And like, this is just the big squiggly ampersand thing that you can't really see because of the way things are on the screen. Fancy black symbols. I like that. I appreciate music, but I cannot play an instrument, and I really can't carry a tune. Like, do I enjoy singing? Oh, heck yes, I do. Do I do it well? Nope. Oh, thank you, Becky. A 16th, a quarter note, and a treble clef. Okay. And then I have this one, and I'm about to do another one. I just did ones that kind of looked cool. I was like, well, this looks kind of cool. I'm going to do this. Oh, harp. Very cool. I love the sound of the harp. I also like, I think it's the hammered dulcimer. That sounds so cool. And I just managed to get one of my notes transferred onto my arm a little bit. Good job, me. Again, if I were smart, I would work from the right side to the left, considering I'm left-handed, but I never think that far ahead. Okay, 2 quarter notes. Well, hopefully nobody tries to play whatever it is that I'm writing out here. I'm not sure that this would sound like much of anything. I think they do. Hey! You know, I have met more lefties. I feel like, YouTube is just bringing all of the lefties together. Rock on, fellow lefties. Lefties for the win. It is Lefty Crew. Awesome. Sorry to any right-handed people, you are now the odd ones out. Oh, okay. Well, this one that I'm doing now has 2 tails. I have no idea what that means. And Becky's a lefty. Oh my gosh. And I know when he shows up, Scooter's also a lefty. It's just, obviously, lefties of the world unite and take over. That's okay. My son who lives here with me is also a lefty. That one looks like an F. I like that one. Whew. All right, now there's this one over here that I need to work on. I want to get all of the notes done, and then I'll probably call it for tonight, because, like I said, still got to read some more of Crystal Singer tonight. But that's okay, I only have 2 more sets of notes to do. Also, the fact that Becky can actually read these notes is wonderful. I love it. Because I just did ones that looked cool. I like the sound of something called beamed eighth notes. That sounds very adorable. Like they're smiling. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Draken Girl. I appreciate it. I have so much fun doing the reading. I think I've said it a bunch of times when I'm doing the readings that I really enjoy reading out loud. I mean, sometimes my voice goes away, but I enjoy it nonetheless, if that makes sense. Becky's just got all the musical notes up there. Fire. All right. I gotcha. Oh my goodness. So, I also do the different, like, World of Warcraft videos and stuff. And I found something very interesting on my Exploring Azeroth video this week. And that is, I found a place where, when I looked up the lore of it, it turns out that the Night Elves were once dragon riders. Well, you know what, Becky? This is the first time I've ever tried drawing them, so I'm glad you think that they're neat. I feel like they aren't nearly as good as they could be. But yeah, evidently the place that I was exploring on my video today was once home to dragon riders, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the dragon riders of Azeroth. I was excited. Alright, we have musical notations all over. I'm going to work on this some more probably tomorrow, and I'll probably post on the community tab everything that we drew when I actually get it all done. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for now. Yeah, Fire, the video, the area that I was in, there's a bunch of, like, ghost dragons and dragon bones everywhere, and then when I looked up the lore, it turns out that there was a big war, and all of the dragon riders actually ended up getting killed, which is sad, but it was still really cool. I was like, Dragon Riders of Azeroth. Rock on. I have fun. You know, between art, video games, chatting, reading books, and watching all of my dumb little critters, I would say my life is pretty good. So yeah, we are going to end this today. We're gonna, I don't know if Fire saw this or not, but the first piece that I did was actually a Pokemon, and it is Gudra there, and I think it turned out pretty okay. And you can't see it because I'm not looking at the actual camera, but there we go. That is the Gudra that we did first. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun too. We got a little bit of the cat tax, so you got to see cats, baby raccoons, and yeah, I got some more work done. I will see you on Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. I hopefully am going to be able to get either Ariel or Prince Eric to join us then. So I will see you Friday, and if I don't see you Friday, then I will see you for the next art stream, which won't be next Wednesday, but it'll be the one after it. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys later. Sleep well.